Namaste. Welcome everyone to the new Yoga with Kassandra studio. Cleo is joining me today, I guess. So I've shared a little bit on my social media platforms that I was moving. I've now moved to the country. You might be able to see some of the trees in the background. And one of the reasons why we wanted to move to a different house was to find a home that could also serve as my workspace. So for the last 6.5 years of being on YouTube, I've been paying and renting out studio spaces. So the space you guys are probably used to with the red brick wall, that was not in my home. And while I really loved that space, it was very challenging, expensive, and inconvenient to have to rely on those studio spaces being available for me to produce content and to create my online yoga classes. So it's always been a dream of mine to have my own in-home production studio where I can leave my equipment up, I can have my computer in the same space. So, right here is where I have all of the yoga stuff and I have my lights and all that kind of stuff. And behind the camera is where I have my computer and all of my other items that I need when I'm editing and just working on Yoga with Kassandra as a whole. So it's not fully ready yet. You'll notice that I'm on carpet right now. We are going to change this to hardwood. I'll probably be getting some blinds behind me so that there's not as much backlighting. I have to hang the photos. There's still like a few things that need to happen, but I was just too excited. I wanted to start filming as soon as possible and to welcome you to this new space. So get familiar with it. This is now where all of my classes are going to be filmed. And this is such a big relief for me. I mean, when I would rent the studio space, I would have to batch film my content, right? Because you're renting it for the day, which means I had to film classes for 6 or 7 hours at a time in order to make it worthwhile for the money that I was spending. And obviously that's exhausting, especially because I had to set up all my equipment, move furniture around, tear it all down. And I was doing that every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks or so. And it served its purpose. It was okay, but I'm really excited to no longer have to do that. So the great thing about this room being in my house is that I can now film in a bit more of an authentic way, meaning, whenever I get the inspiration for a class, I can kind of just hop on my mat and record it. Plus, I now get to be with the animals. So you might see more of Cleo and Kit Kat and maybe even my dog Luna. They might make an appearance, but this is a change I'm really looking forward to. So for sure, you can continue to expect a minimum of 2 weekly yoga classes on my channel. Mondays is always a short practice, so maybe like a 10 to 15 minute morning yoga practice or evening yoga practice. Thursdays will always be my full-length yoga practices, so either vinyasa or yin, 30 minutes and up. And then sometimes on Tuesdays, I'll also upload another kind of video if I'm able to, maybe a coffee chat, a pose tutorial, or a very, very short sequence, just whatever I feel like sharing if I'm able to get a third video. So keep an eye out for that. That is not changing. And one more time, welcome to the new Yoga with Kassandra studio space. If you're new here, please do subscribe to my channel to be notified of new content that I upload. If you've been with me for a while, I hope you enjoy this new space, and I look forward to creating lots of wonderful new content for you. Thank you so much. Namaste.